So we have a whole lot of issues. Job said the universe had issues. What's an example? Exploding stars. Does anyone happen to know the name for that, exploding stars?
Supernova.
Hey, y'all are on top of that. I'm impressed. So we got a few astronomers in the house. Who actually has a big telescope? Someone? How big was it? 6 inch? About like that. Cool. Were you able to identify some stuff?
Yes, but it got broke. So.
Terrible. So if you look at the supernovas, and especially the number, doesn't quite fit with the Big Bang ideas. Again, I really think it's a big argument that if even people that don't necessarily believe the Bible say, hold it, there's this issue they can't explain, there's this other issue I can't explain, and wrote a whole book about it. It's pretty cool. So, that's kind of where we're at right now. Randomizer. And I know, like I said, y'all have some younger siblings, so hopefully if some of these are a little bit different, you can handle it.
I don't have any younger siblings.
Well, just use it.
Hebrews 3:4.
Oh, you get to read it. So this one isn't a prize, you get to read it. Hebrews 3:4. And that's a good verse. Very good verse. Does anyone like writing on the board? We didn't have a big... That's the other class. All right. Sam? Oh, not yet. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hebrews 3:4. So that is an excellent verse. And it kind of contrasts with what the Big Bangers say. And some of them say there's a Big Bang. Then it collapses. There's another Big Bang. It collapses. There's another. The universe just goes on forever. But that would contradict the entropy and the heat death of the universe. So they really can't go with that. Go ahead.
For every house is built by someone, but the builder of all things is God.
Awesome. So since I couldn't get a volunteer, and I'm not very good at this, as you know and can tell, and not very good. And there we go. Who all has chimneys? There we go. And then here's my moon. There's the eye there. And here's the sun. The sun. Okay. So it says in Genesis that the moon and the sun were created on day 4. And people were created on day what? What day was people created on?
Day 6.
Day 6, okay. And the creepy crawlies like the dinosaurs. So the dinosaurs and like say a cow or whatever would all fall on day 6. So there we go. So we have supernovas and things falling apart. Now, Sam.
Let's go.
If we keep doing this, eventually I'll run out of prizes.
Level.
Okay. Now we have the big level, which I'm gonna grab that. But this one you can actually keep. Now see if does your table look level based on that one?
Slightly off by a fraction.
Okay, but you can keep it anyway. Maybe you can use it as a ruler. I don't know. And we'll pass this along, and then I'll take your card. Okay, and then we'll keep going here.
Do you want the subject card?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're starting a collection here. Okay, so I'm going to give you all the balloon and a marker, and we're not to this point yet, so don't just blow it up. But we'll blow these up, and I guess it'll work on green.
I hope so.
Hopefully it will. Red and red will work. So let's see what colors I have. Blue and red will work. Okay. Yeah, so make some stars on it, and we'll come to that in just a moment.
It doesn't write on it. Oh, mine's just dead.
Does it show?
No, it's dead.
Oh, it's not working? Okay. Yeah, they're a little bit wobbly on the tips, so give it your best shot. They're supposed to be dry erase markers. All right, so Matthew, based on what you know and what you understand scripturally or scientifically, what might be some issues about the Big Bang?
Well, one is the odds of it happening.
Okay.
I mean, the odds for simply even existing in the first place is insanely impossible, right?
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. What are the odds that everything in the universe even existed in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
2, evolution. I mean, from Becca, my mom got some from tutor videos.
Okay.
And he explained the chances of evolution really well. He said, evolution would be similar if I took my watch, took it apart to all the pieces, put it in my hand, got up on top of a tall skyscraper and dropped it. The falling from the gravity would give it the energy it needed, that when it hit the ground, it came back together.
Right.
I mean, and that's really, evolution, that's pretty close to how the chances of it actually happening would be, right?
Right.
I mean, except evolution would probably be less
Yeah.
possible.
Chance is part of it. They just tend to not want to admit to that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to take the risk.
Right.
So I'd say probably the biggest hole in evolution is probably just the probability of it in
Right.
the first place.
Well, supposedly these galaxies form and the stars form. And the Hubble telescope, the guy that repaired it, actually came to the Big Spring to give a talk about that. And he comes from West Texas. He used to be a farmer.
Yeah.
But actually, the one that put it up there, Administrator Bolden, who used to be the head of the NASA, I heard him speak in the early 90s. And guess who he was with? Creationists. And again, some people, at least we say God did it, and we agree on that part. And so that's the sort of thing. So, Nick, you were up to bat, right, on the randomizer?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, be sure to roll it around or shake it or do something. We want it to be random, right?
Right.
There we go. Could be the big prize. Who knows?
I don't know.
Here's the big
Trivia.
one.
What is it?
Trivia.
You like trivia?
Sure.
Okay. What's the capital of Texas?
Austin.
Hey, there we go. You must be ostentatious. So you get a whole book about trivia, and it's got pictures. And again, you said you don't have younger siblings, right? But anyway, hopefully you'll enjoy it. I read quite a bit of this. I enjoyed it. And they say smarter than a fifth grader. A lot of those questions, I don't know. Matthew. Okay. So hopefully we have our balloons, and we're getting it done. And you give me the ticket, and then we pass the randomizer down.
just put dots?
Yeah, you can put dots. It's fine. However you want to make your stars. Stars like that, and I think I have something on my shirt, and then you can do like that, or dots, however you want to do it. Okay. Now, some galaxies have how many stars? Like, give me the rough big numbers. Thousands, hundreds, millions.
A billion.
I think it is billions, so that's a big thing, and so I didn't bring my little box. But if you made a little cube about the width of your hand, how many cubic centimeters would it have? If you made a cube about the width of your hand, how many cubic centimeters would it have?
Maybe 100?
1,000. Because your hand is about 10 centimeters.
Oh, yeah.
What's 10 times 10 times 10?
100.
1,000.
1,000, right. So if you shrink that down and then put it as one of your cubes, and then that's 1,000 times 1,000, which is?
2,000.
No, times.
Oh, wait.
Times.
Million?
Billion?
Yeah, correct.
Oh, yeah.
This is my symbol for million and for thousands. So there you go. I'll shrink that down, and that's just one of the 1,000 cubes. Now you're to a billion, and then 1,000 billion is a?
1,000 million?
Yes. And of course, if you're reading older European things, they used to use the phrase 1,000 million for billion just because that was their tradition. Okay, so are we going to go with the Big Bang or creation in 6 days? What are we going to go with?
Creation.
Hey, let's do that. So before we get to our balloons, Matthew, you get the last prize or scripture reading.
Oh, it's the scripture.
Googly. Again, younger siblings, catch. Okay, so there we go. So, Sam, Hebrews chapter 1, verses 10 and 11. Hebrews chapter 1, verses 10 and 11. Because it may take us a while to go through all the randomizers until we hit everything.
So what are the other two in there?
Huh?
What are the other two?
Well, we'll have to save those for another time.
Instead of Hebrews chapter 2.
Hebrews chapter 1, verses 10 and 11. Okay, were you able to come up with some Latin? What's the best thing you were able to come up with?
Positive.
Hey, I like that. The whole entire word, positive. Very good. So we are positive that God created the universe and it didn't come from nothing.
Right.
With me on that? Okay, there we go. Go ahead.
And you, Lord, laid the foundation of the earth in the beginning, and in the heavens are the work of your hands. They will perish, but you remain. They will all wear out like a garment.
Did you catch that? They will all wear out like a garment. I think I have maybe a hole on here somewhere. But the idea is it doesn't last forever. And it was kind of special because when the Israelites were wandering around the wilderness and said that their sandals didn't wear out and their clothes didn't. Well, that goes against the normal state of things. Things tend to tear out. You have a little accident, a little fender bender, stuff happens. You go over a pothole by accident. And that's how it is. So Adam and Eve made the wrong decision. In the fall, we have thorns and thistles. Which came first?
Stickers.
The thorns and thistles or the sun? Which came first? The thorns and thistles or the sun?
Suns.
The sun did. And so God made the sun and the moon
And the
on on day 4, and that's the thing, because that says those were part of the curse. The thorns and thistles and death and so forth. So those were actually part of the curse. So that talks about God rolling, the next verse I think, rolling up the heavens. That at the end of time, there's a new heaven and a new earth. But in Isaiah, it talks about God stretching out the heavens, and there's several verses on that. So the big bangers say the universe is expanding. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, the universe is expanding. Right? That doesn't mean you extrapolate it. If you extrapolate the incarceration rate, everybody's going to be in jail. If you extrapolate, say, the middle school suicide rate, everybody's not going to get to high school. So if you take certain numbers at a certain time and stretch it out, that's not the appropriate use of statistics. That's right. Okay, now what we're going to do with the balloons is we're going to try to blow them up till they pop, because we're trying to blow up the Big Bang Theory. And if it's difficult, you can just let it go and let it fly around. If it's difficult for you to do that, so we'll take your choice. Let it fly around the room, or see if you can get it to pop.
I like to see my stars.
No.
Maybe that color doesn't contrast very well. Yeah, I can barely see yours.
It's about to go when I'm reading this.
Okay, if you can't do it, just let it fly around the room.
Nope, I can't.
There it goes. Yeah, if it's difficult, because it's a little bit of a shock. Hey, I like that. That one spun around. Like we're saying, the universe is spinning around.
Okay, we're waiting on you. You gotta
Go ahead. All right, I'm awake now. I think that might have cranked up the mic. No, to do it when it's right in front of your face is a little bit shocking, but that's fine.
Yeah, I would have blown it up until it
Which of the balloons are still moving around the classroom? Which of them are?
No.
Right. You get that? We're running out of energy. We're running out of heat. We're back to the heat death of the universe. So, I have a little saying, if you could say it with me, and it's excellence. Scientists know a lot of stuff, but God knows everything. If you say it with me. Scientists know a lot of stuff, but God knows everything. So, thank you for coming to Mr. Hall's science class, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
You too.